Hi everyone, we're going to talk about TNA No Surrender. I don't care what my critics say or doubters say about this show, TNA No Surrender. I know I'm probably going to get some from AEW fans and WWE fans, but I give this show a 9 out of 10, guys. And a lot of those doubters and haters can go watch somebody else. But anyways, guys, let's talk about TW3 and Brett Attitude Fences Sinner and Sane. This was a fun opener to the countdown to No Surrender. Let's talk about it. Brett Attitude starts off the match and flattens center of the ring, and tags are made, and TW3 is caught by Saint and Sinner as there's since a drop kick, and TW3 connects a kick into the ribs of Saint for a pin of 2. Then Travis Williams caught in a corner and gets dropped. I'll say it again, gets dropped by Brett Attitude, and TW3 keeps Saint in a chokehold, and Saint escapes but is met with a dropkick, and Icarus and Sinner both tag in, and Icarus connects a twist brainbuster for a pin, as since Brett Attitude caught Icarus' attention and giving TW3 an opportunity, and Icarus sends Attitude to the outside, and Sinner and Sane have a 2-on-1 opportunity and a kick to connect with the face of TW3 into a duplex security for the pinfall, and that's what happened again. I'll say it again, guys. TW3 into a duplex securing for the pinfall, and that's what happened right there, guys, and that's how Sinner and Sane defeated TW3 and Brett Attitude. Then Jess Miller is met backstage with Jack Jackson. Mac Jackson is a veteran, 76-year-old veteran, Mike Jackson, and they are interrupted by Steph Dallenter and Mance Warner, and they want to take on Action Mike. I'll say it again, Action Mike. I'll repeat it again, guys. I'll repeat it again. Jess Miller is met backstage with Mike Jackson, and they are interrupted by Steph Dallenter and Mance Warner, and they want to take on Action Mike. And that's what happened right there, guys, with Action Mike, which, Mike Jackson, the veteran that's 76 years old, like I said again, guys. Then we had this match with Ryan Nemeth and El Angel. This match was fine, but not that great. It was going to be a match between those two, but it didn't really happen. So we had a statement with Frankie Kazarian with the King speech, the King speech for a little while. Then El Angel interrupted him and stuff, and then they had a match between Frankie Kazarian and El Angel. I'll say it again, El Angel, and Frankie Kazarian picked up the win in this match. So yes, guys, Frankie Kazarian picked up the win in this match, guys. Let's talk about it anyways. So yes, guys, it was a fun match and stuff. But anyways, guys, he picked up the win by submission. But let's talk about it anyways, guys. Let's talk about the show. So Ryan Nemeth is ready to take on El Angel, but Frankie Kazarian interrupts the match, and Frankie Kazarian is ready to give a King speech. And Ryan is a big fan of the King speech and supports him. And Frankie Kazarian recently signs a new TNA contract, and Frankie is ready to be a part of the TNA World title picture, and he's going to be watching the main event tonight very closely. And then El Angel interrupts Frankie Kazarian's speech, but Frankie Kazarian insists that he removes himself from the ring, and Angel punch Kazarian right in the face, then challenges the King to a fight, and that's what happened right there. Then Angel faced Frankie Kazarian, and like I said again, and also again, Alan Angel fences Frankie Kazarian, and let's talk about this match, guys. This was a little fun match. Let's talk about it anyways. Angel and Frankie Kazarian trade blows, and Angel lands a crossbody for a pin count of 2. Then Kazarian goes for a pin assist with his foot clearly on the ropes, and Angel goes for a moonsault, and Frankie Kazarian offenses it and captures the win by submission with a chicken swing, and that's how he won with the submission with the chicken swing over Alan Angel, guys. Alan Angel. Then we had Ariana Grace and Lorenzo Stacks are confident they are going to walk out of No Surrender as champions, and they hope to be the best power couple in all of wrestling. And Ariana is ready to impress her father. Then, then we had a new match for No Surrender was just official, and Men's Warner will face off Action Mike Jackson in a one-on-one match. That match was, we'll get to it, guys, but that match was not my cup of tea. That was the only thing that wasn't my cup of tea, but everything else was fun. But anyways, guys, we'll talk about that here in a bit. Then we had the main show. The main card. Let's talk about the main card, guys. So we kick off TNA No Surrender with the TNA Knockouts Battle Royal. The winner receives at TNA Knockouts World Title shot, which is Joy Threat. So yes, guys, Joy Threat won this match, and she's facing Tessa Blanchard this Thursday. Let's talk about it anyways, guys. So the Knockouts Battle Royal contenders, we had Mara Shade, a.k.a. Jakara Jackson, and Tessa Blanchard, and Mella Moore, and Victoria Crawford, a.k.a. Alicia Fox, and Alina Black, also again, Alina Black, a.k.a. Cora J, and Rosemary, and Jenna Stones, and Mela Grace, and Joy Threat, and Harley Hinson, and Tessa Stills. Now let's talk about it, guys. Rosemary is the first elimination of the match, and Jenna Stones eliminates Tessa Stills, and Jenna Stones immediately falls through over the top rope by Alina Black. Center of the ring, Mela Grace, also again, Mela Grace and Harley Hinson drop Mela Moore, also again, Mela Moore, and Harley Hinson is out, also again, Harley Hinson is out and tossed to the outside by Mela Moore, and then Crawford connects a suplex on Mela Grace, and Mela Moore eliminates Mela Grace and Mela Moore, but since Victoria Crawford from elimination, and Tessa Blanchard rushes to aid her teammate, but ends up eliminating both Mela Moore and Victoria Crawford. And then Alina Black grabs Mara Shade's hair to offense elimination, but essentially is eliminated. Then Tessa Blanchard eliminates Jakara Jackson, Mara Shade, and then that's what happened right there with Mara Shade got eliminated by Tessa Blanchard, guys, and that's what happened right there. And then Jess Miller is backstage. I'll repeat it again, guys. I talked so fast. I went to the fast forward to that. Then Joy Threat concedes the victory and has a shot for the TNA Knockouts World Title. I'll say it again. Joy Threat concedes the victory and has a shot at the TNA Knockouts World Title, guys. So do you guys want Joy Threat to take the title off of Ariana Grace? Put your thoughts on that, guys. We'll talk about that match later on in this review. But do you guys want her to face Ariana Grace? You can put your thoughts on there, guys, and win the title off of her. Do you want to see her take the title off of Ariana Grace? That's what I mean. Do you or not? Put your comments down below. Live viewers and replay reviewers can speak their minds about that. So then, Jess Miller is backstage with the TNA World Champion Mike Santana and TNA X Division Champion Leon Slater. And Leon Slater is stoked to be back for his first match tonight on No Surrender, and Mike Santana is confident he can defend his TNA World title, and Jelly Roll is seen in the front row seats for tonight's non-stop action, which was cool with Jelly Roll being there in No Surrender Friday night, which I am saying tonight because that's what the thing is helping me. I do it to help me, guys. But yes, guys, Friday night, this was all Friday night, guys. During SmackDown, when SmackDown was on, there was No Surrender. But anyways, guys, yes, Jelly Roll was in the building in the audience of No Stop Action. Then we had the moment of the night. I'm telling you, this was one of my favorite moments of the night. We had Trey Manuel faces Lorenzo Stacks for the TNA International title. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. I'm telling you, good stuff. Let's talk about it. So Trey Manuel essentially kicks things off and rains punches onto Lorenzo Stacks, and Lorenzo Stacks high blindside Ariana Grace, and Trey Miguel connects two back-to-back drop kicks, boom, 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 bang, 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 and Trey Miguel drives through the ropes, but Stacks offense and Stacks sends Miguel face first into the edge of the stage, and before rolling him back into the ring, Lorenzo Stacks ties up Train Miguel into the apron, which allows Ariana Grace to a Sicily offense, and Train Miguel is sent spine first into the turnbuckle, and Train Miguel fires back and lands a Sicily punch to Lorenzo Stacks, flances Train Miguel center of the ring, and Lorenzo Stacks goes for a pin assist, but Train Miguel kicks out, and Lorenzo Stacks keeps the pressure on, locking Train Miguel in a chokehold, and Lorenzo Stacks lands a leg drop and falls with a pin for a count of 2. Then Train Miguel creates some space and connects a German suplex into Lorenzo Stacks and continues the momentum with a dropkick to the face of Lorenzo Stacks, and Train Miguel lights up Stacks into a double stomp right to the back of Stacks, and then Stacks connects with a twisting neckbreaker after they both tumble from the top rope, and Train Miguel takes a knee to the face and it sits up onto Lorenzo Stacks' shoulder. Then Train Miguel flances the face of Train Miguel, who is caught between the ropes, and follows it up with a dropkick to his neck. Then Ariana Grace is in fence slapping Train Miguel, and Train Miguel connects a DDT outside of the ring and rolls him back into the ring, and Train Miguel combos a dropkick into a lightning spiritual for the win, and that's how Train Miguel became champion with the lightning spiritual for the win and became the new TNA International Champion. And it was about 3 years or so since he had a belt, Train Miguel. Give it up to Train Miguel, guys. Let's give it up to Train Miguel. I'm telling you. Train Miguel, give it up to that guy. Train Miguel, I'm telling you. Train Miguel, give it up to Train Miguel, guys. Give it up to that brother, man. Give it up to that brother, man. I'm telling you, that brother deserves that belt, man. It's been a while since he had a belt. Finally, TNA gave him a belt again. I'm telling you, guys, he's good when he has a belt. I'm telling you, when he was X Division champion, that was good stuff when he was X Division champion. You can go back and watch those videos too, guys, when he was X Division champion. Oh, my goodness, that was good stuff. But anyways, guys, let's carry on. Talk about this fun show that I enjoyed. You know, great show in my opinion. But anyways, guys, then we had the TNA injury report. Eddie Edwards was deceased a broken nose during Impact, but is cleared. Then Mike Santana is experiencing back issue, but is cleared. Then Jeff Hardy has been dealing with since injuries, but is cleared. Then Jenna Stones, after being attacked by Order 4 earlier in the night, is in a fierce evolution. I can't say it right, guys, but evolution, you know. And then we're moments away from Miles Bourne fences Mike Jackson, but AJ Francis interrupts, and AJ Francis makes the sense discussion to be with the commentators for the rest of the night. And he was talking about, you know, the Seattle Seahawks winning the Super Bowl, you know, and talking about all that stuff, and talking about Bad Bunny and so on and so forth. So yes, guys, that's what happened right there. You know, being a great heel that he's doing, you know what I'm saying, that great heel work stuff. So anyways, guys, let's talk about it. So Mans Warner starts the match up and lands assist blows onto Jackson, and Jackson fires back and trips Warner into a twist lock and walks all 4 sides of the ring from the top rope. And Jackson sets up to dive into Warner outside of the ring, but eats a punch to the face, and Jackson counters, wins Warner, and drops him outside the ring, and then follows it up and dives through the ropes to take out Warner. And Jackson connects a neck breaker into a pin assist of 2, and Jackson tries to connect a crossbody, but Mans Warner offenses it, and Mans Warner connects the pain window for the victory, and that's how he won, with the pain window for the victory, guys. And that's how he won and defeated Mike Jackson. And then Mans Warner helps Mike Jackson up and pays his respect to him, and Steph Dalenter follows suit. We got 2 people in the building. Appreciate the thumbs up and the fire emoji and the 100. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So that's what happened right there. Then AJ Francis makes his mistake of running his mouth. Yes, he made a mistake of running his mouth. Then Ariana Grace is this. Also again, Ariana Grace is this caught that NXT Stacks lose the TNA International title, and she demands that apologize to her, and if anything goes wrong, she will break up with him. Which, that really didn't happen because, Ariana Grace, picked up the victory over, Xia Li, Li Yang Li, which we'll talk about here in a minute or so, in about 10 or 15 minutes or so, or you know what I'm saying. But anyways, guys, that's what happened right there. She said she was going to break up with him if things got worse. But anyways, then we had the Elegance brand versus Xia Brookside and Indy Hartwell for the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team titles. This was a fun match. This was fun. I'm telling you, this was fun with those women with the Elegance brand, doing all that great heel work, and the baby faces, Indy Hartwell and Xia Brookside. Let's talk about it. We start off with M by Elegance, Megan Lee into the ring with Xia Brookside, and Xia Brookside connects a drop kick and tags Indy Hartwell, who is connected a boot to M by Elegance's face, and M gets a tag into Heather, and Indy flats Heather center of the ring for a pin count of 2. Then tags is made, and M by Elegance Reigns blows into Indy Hartwell, and M and Heather by Elegance go for their signature move, but Indy Hartwell gets her leg up for a center. Then Indy Hartwell tags Xia Brookside, but as she tries to build momentum, I'll repeat it again, guys. Indy Hartwell tags Brookside, but as she tries to build momentum, Mr. Elegance interferes outside of the ref's view, and Heather kicks Brookside in the ribs and puts her in a chokehold. Then Xia Brookside rolls up M for a 2 count. Then M counters and connects a boot to her face. Then M by Elegance stomps on Xia Brookside's midsection. Then Xia Brookside defends herself from Ash by Elegance, and then M connects a dive by kick, and then Hartwell interferes and kicks both M and Heather to the outside of the ring. Then a tag is made, and Indy Hartwell starts to turn the tights, and she connects a bulldog onto M by Elegance and combos it with an elbow drop from the top rope, and Heather breaks it up for a pin assist with a suicide, and the Indy Hartwell connects with a spine buster. I'll repeat it again. Indy Hartwell connects with a spine buster. I'll repeat it one more time, guys. Indy connects with a spine buster. Then M and Heather connect the snap and tick for the victory win. I'll say it again, guys. M and Heather by Elegance connect the snap and tick. I'll say it again, the snap and tick for the victory. And that's how they won, with the snap and tick for the victory, guys. I'll repeat it again one more time. The snap and tick for the victory for the Elegance brand, and defeated Xia Brookside and Indy Hartwell and retain the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team titles. Then Mickie James came out. I didn't know Mickie James was going to come, guys. I didn't expect that at all. Guys, because, she's not wrestling as much anymore because she retired, so I thought she was, but, retirements people can come out of retirements and do some cool stuff. So I don't know where this story is going, but you know what I'm saying. But let's talk about it. But it was awesome to see hardcore country. Yeah, sorry guys, sorry. Too much hype. But anyways, Mickie James attacks Ash by Elegance, and the Elegance brand come to aid, and Ash and Brookside and Hartwell rush to protect Mickie James, and the Elegance brand escape. And that's what happened right there. And then we had BTE versus Eric Young. This was a great match. I loved it, guys. But my buddy Max Rock, he thought it was a disappointment. And that's his opinion. I respect that as well. I wanted BTE to win too, but I'm fine with Eric Young picking up the win in this match. But let's talk about it anyways, guys. BTE starts things off strong, and he whips out Eric Young outside of the ring, but the match has not been an official start yet. And then the bell rings, and Eric Young connects a pin assist, and BTE tries to build momentum, but Eric Young caught him in midair and dumps him over the top rope, and BTE connects a blockbuster into a pin count of 2, and BTE tries to set up for a head. I'll say again, repeat it again, a set up for a hat trick, but Young counters with a powerbomb, and BTE connects a cinch punch, but Young flattens him center of the ring, and Young connects a neck breaker, and BTE lands a reverse DDT and tries to continue his momentum, but Eric Young counters with a power slam, and BTE and Eric Young trade blows, boom, 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 bang, 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 ding, 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 to BTE, catches him in the center, laying back-to-back blows to his face, and BTE slams Eric Young down with a slip cutter, and that's what happened with the slip cutter. Then Eric Young tries to bite out of BTE and elbow drops him from the top rope for a pin of 2. Then Eric Young goes for a pile driver, but BTE offends it. Then Eric Young continues on slaying with a DDT. Then BTE fires, also again, BTE fights fire with fire, boom, 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 bang, 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 and bites Eric Young, which gives him the chance to land a Canadian Destroyer for a pin of 2. Then Eric Young dumps BTE with a power driver for the win, and that's how Eric Young win with the power driver and for the pinfall. Also again, he picked up the victory by pinfall with the power driver and pinned BTE for the victory, and that's how Eric Young won the match. Then back in the locker room, Joy Threat is celebrating her victory in the Knockouts Battle Royal, and Tessa Blanchard convinced if it was one-on-one, she would have went flat. I'll say again. If it was one-on-one, she would flatten Joy Threat, but Joy Threat fired back and challenging her, and that's why we're getting that match between those two Thursday. Then we had another moment of the night. Two big moments. The big moment was Trey Miguel winning the TNA International title, and then this was the other moment of the night. Ariana Grace picked up the victory over Xia Li, Li Yang Li. Also again, Li Yang Li fences Ariana Grace. This match was fun. I know a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh well, she's a wrestler from WWE, and it makes TNA look bad." Well, that's your opinion. Respect that. But you don't have to go on me and say, "Oh, well, you're a WWE stan, bro." Well, who cares about those fans? Who cares about them? But anyways, let's talk about it, guys. The match starts off with Li Yang Li kicking Ariana Grace out of the ring, and Li Yang Li connects a drop kick and lands a cinch punch, and Dana Luna distracts Li Yang Li, giving Grace the chance to build a advantage, and Grace connects a neckbreaker and drives Li Yang Li face first into the apron. Then Ariana Grace is onto the outside and sends Li Yang Li face first into the steel post in combo with a suplex. And then Li Yang Li connects a neckbreaker, backslide pin commit, and then back Ariana Grace launches herself into Li Yang Li with a corkscrew uppercut. Then Li Yang Li creates some space and rains down 10 hammer fist onto Ariana Grace into the corner and continues her momentum. Then she slams Grace down with a suplex, and then Grace gets some momentum of her own and connects a twisted neckbreaker for a pin of 2, and then goes to the top turnbuckle, but Li Yang Li is there to meet her, and Li Yang Li Li Yang Li escorts a headbutt and connects a German suplex, and Ariana Grace is put up onto the top rope, and both contenders go boom, 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 bang, 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 trade blows. Then Li Yang Li drops Ariana Grace from the top rope with a superplex, and both fighters are down. Then Li Yang Li sits her up onto her shoulder to set up for the Warrior's Way. I'll repeat it again, guys. She goes up to her shoulder to set up for the Warrior's Way, but Grace gets her fingers into her eyes onto the outside of the ref's view, and Li Yang Li flinches. I'll say it again. Li Yang Li, Xia Brookside flanted Lorenzo Stacks onto the outside as Li Yang Li tries to get back into the ring, and Ariana Grace lands the Cobra and lands Li Yang Li with a facebuster straight onto her knee. And then that's how she won the match with the Cobra, with her, her father's thing, Santino Marella, doing the Cobra thing. She stole, the Cobra thing from her dad. Then did a facebuster straight into her knee. And that's what happened. And that's how Ariana Grace became the TNA Knockouts World Champion. Almost said NXT, which she's an NXT star. But anyways, guys, the new TNA Knockouts World Champion is from NXT, and she is Ariana Grace. Let's give it up for Ariana Grace, guys. Let's give it up for her. Because her dad had never been a world champion. Her dad was never a world champion. Let's give it up to her. Let's give it up to her, guys. Appreciate the person saying hello. Appreciate you stopping in. My friend, appreciate you stopping in. Mama Ellie, thanks for coming in. Mama Ellie, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping by. But anyways, guys, that was so good. I'm telling you, with Ariana Grace becoming the new TNA World Knockouts Women's Champion. So yes, guys, and the other thing we had was the main event, which we'll talk about that here in a bit as well, which was fun as well, which I liked with Mike Santana and, Leon Slater, Fences, Nick Nemeth, and Eddie Edwards, which that was a fun main event with, chaos. In my opinion, there was chaos. But, Leon Slater picked up that win, Give it up to Leon Slater, I'm telling you. Appreciate the muscle emoji, too. Appreciate that as well, my friend. Appreciate that. But anyways, guys, going back where we are at with my stuff, because, I get distracted and I need my stuff to help me, so then we had Rick Swann is sent backstage to confront BT to give him the Swan Trill. So yes, guys, Rick Swann threw him PlayStation controller to play video games. So they played video games and stuff. And that, even though BTE lost his match, and Rick Swann is seen backstage to comfort BTE to give him the Swan Trill. Then we had the Righteous and the Hardys versus Order 4. I thought the Righteous and the Hardys were going to win this. I thought the Righteous and the Hardys were going to win this match, but the Order 4 won this 8-man tag match. Let's talk about it, guys. We start things off with John Skyler against Matt Hardy. An early tag is made, and an elbow drop connects into Skyler's arm, and Jeff Hardy continues blows onto the arm, and the Hardys connect, a since drop into Skyler. Then Jason Hutch tags in, and Jeff Hardy connects a leg drop for a pin count of 2. Then everyone starts to spill into the outside, and start trading blows. Boom, 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 bang, 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 bang. Then Special Agent Zero is sent over the top rope, and then the Righteous and the Hardys control the ring, and Jason Hutch climbs back into the ring, and Dutch asks to be tagged in by Jeff. Then Hutch lands himself at Dutch, but Dutch drops Hutch center in the ring and rattling his spine. Then Special Agent Zero gets tagged in and immediately chokeslams Vincent, and he lifts Vincent with ease and drops him with a gorilla press. Then Hutch and John Skyler get tagged and continue the onslaught into Vincent till they dump him over the top rope onto the outside. Then Mustafa Ali gets flattened with a DDT from Vincent till tags are made, and Matt Hardy gets a 2-for-1 special delete combo and powerbomb Skyler, and Matt Hardy goes for a twist of fate, but Jason Hutch defends with a chop block. An opportunity for tags are made, and Jeff Hardy tags over the ring, and then Special Agent Zero tags out, and the Hardys and Mustafa Ali from over the top rope, and Dutch follows suit and crashing down on Order 4 and his own partner Vincent. Then Dutch and Special Agent Zero try trading blows, boom, 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 bang, 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 good stuff, center of the ring, to Agent Zero power slams Dutch down, and Vincent comes to the aid, but gets dropped, and the Hardys tag team onto Special Agent Zero and connects a person in motion, and Vincent falls with a pursuit in motion of his own. Then Mustafa Ali rushes into aid, but is caught by Dutch, and Dutch and Matt Hardy connect a twist of fate at the same time, and Vincent and Jeff Hardy both come crashing down from the top rope with suicide bombs, which was nice, guys, with the suicide bombs. Then Jeff Hardy is sent onto the outside and fits it. And Jeff Hardy take out the right hands. I'm saying, guys, the good hands. They were the good hands back in the day. I almost said the good hands, but the great hands, and Dutch is blind by Tussa Steels, which caught Dutch to connect. Death Walk onto Matt Hardy, and rolling Buck 50 connects, and Mustafa Ali scores the pinfall. And I repeat it again, guys. Rolling Buck 50 connects, and Mustafa Ali counters for the pinfall and picks up the win for the Order 4 with Mustafa Ali. And that's how the Order 4 defeated the Hardys and the Righteous. Appreciate that. Appreciate the waves. Appreciate that as well, Mama L. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Mama L. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Then we had Elijah. Then we had Elijah come out of the Qatar chest. I'll say it again, guys. Then we had Elijah with the Qatar case. You know what I'm saying? The casket. The casket with the Qatar of Elijah. He came out and tried to close Mustafa Ali in, but Ali flinched to the stage. I'll repeat it again, guys. Ali came off the Qatar case. The casket case, you know what I'm saying? The casket cage of the Qatar casket, and tried to close Mustafa Ali in, but Mustafa Ali slinks to the stage. Then Santino Marella pounds on Ayana Gray's door, but director of operation Sonya Deville, aka Sonya Deville, Dora Ray, I'll say it again, Dara Ray answers, and she's disappointed and stuff and all of that with Santino Marella and stuff. Then we had the main event. Guys. Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards fences the System. One of the System members. I mean to say one of the System members. I already said the System. My bad. But like I said again, guys, one of the members of the System, Eddie Edwards and Nick Nemeth. I'll repeat it again, guys. One of the members, Eddie Edwards from the System, and Nick Nemeth taking on Leon Slater and Mike Santana. Like I said earlier, guys, I'll repeat it again. That's what the main event was Mike Santana and Leon Slater fences Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards from the System. Let's talk about it, guys. There was a lot of chaos in this match. A lot of people said that this match wasn't their cup of tea. That's your opinion. But to trash on me, to have a different opinion than you, that makes you something else, But it is what it is. But anyways, guys, let's carry on to the main event. So it's the main event of No Surrender about to begin, and we start off with Eddie Edwards and Mike Santana for our own tag team match. And Mike Santana and Eddie Edwards trade chops, boom, 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 with to the chest, boom, 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 with the chest, boom, 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 bang, 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 bang. To Mike Santana flanks him, and Nick Nemeth tags in, and Mike Santana drops him to the mat, and Leon Slater tags in and connects a drop kick into a 9 count of hammer fist and launches him down into the mat, and tags are made by both contenders, and Mike Santana connects a drop kick onto Eddie Edwards, and Nick Nemeth distracts Mike Santana and eats a shot from behind, and Nick Nemeth tries to go for his trophy and is made with a kick to the chain, and Mike Santana forced his split, which allows Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards to build momentum. And then Mike Santana creates some space of his own with a moonsault into a tag onto Leon Slater. Then Leon Slater is a Zeus on fire and connects with a kick onto Nick Nemeth. Then Nick Nemeth distracts the ref, which gives Eddie Edwards a chance to illegally interfere, and tags are made, and Leon Slater connects with an elbow drop onto both Eddie Edwards and Nick Nemeth. And then the System tried to interfere again, but Mike Santana flats them outside of the ring, and Leon Slater sets up for a suicide 450, but eats a super kick by Nick Nemeth, and Eddie Edwards goes for a cover, but only gets a 2 count. And then Leon Slater and Eddie Edwards, Leon Slater and Eddie Edwards both down center of the ring and get a tag onto Nick Nemeth. And then Nick Nemeth connects an elbow drop to Leon Slater's spine and prevents him from getting a tag of his own. Then Eddie Edwards and Nick Nemeth Eddie Edwards and Nick Nemeth trade tags, and Nick Nemeth is able to connect another elbow drop, and that's what happened right there. Then Leon Slater gets a much needed tag onto Nick Nemeth, and he assistly breaks the fire, and Eddie Edwards gets blended with a rolling buck 50, and then Nick Nemeth drops with a DDT for a pin count of 2. And then Mike Santana and Leon Slater are since a crossover with ascending moonsault, but Nick Nemeth kicks out at 2. Then Steve Macklin bursts into the building and interferes with the match and takes out Mike Santana. Then Leon Slater must now fight 1-on-2. Then Edwards and Nemeth sense the opportunity and raid down punches onto him, and then Leon Slater connects a drop kick onto Edwards from the top rope, then follows with a crossbody onto both Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards for a pin count of 2. Then Nick Nemeth gets dropped, but the ref is also down, and the system takes advantage and assistly attacks Leon Slater. Then Moose comes to the aid of Leon Slater, but I'll say it again, Moose tries to take out all of them, you know what I'm saying, and all that, guys. I'll repeat it again. So Moose comes to the aid of Leon Slater to dismantle the system, and Moose takes out Branson, Branson, I'll say it again, Branson, center of the ring, and Brian Myers tries to appeal to Moose, better side, but he sends flying into the rest of the system over the top rope, and Moose and Eddie Edwards now trade blows, boom, 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 bang, 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 onto, the entrance ramp. So they're fighting in the entrance ramp between, Moose and Eddie Edwards. Then eliminates him from the match. Then that eliminates Eddie Edwards of the match. Then Nick Nemeth goes for a pin assist, and Leon Slater kicks out at 2. Then Nick Nemeth connects with the Famouser and goes for a cover, but Leon Slater kicks out at 2. Then Leon Slater connects a heel kick onto Nick Nemeth and falls with a Suicide 450 for the win. And that's what happened right there, guys, and picks up the win with the 450. And that's how he won the match with the 450 Suicide. And that's how Leon Slater pitted Nick Nemeth. And that's how Leon Slater and Mike Santana defeated Nick Nemeth and Eddie Edwards. So yeah, guys, that's what happened. And I gave this show, like I said again, a 9 out of 10. And that's all I have to say, guys. And I give this No Surrender a 9 out of 10. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit those notification bells as always, guys. And this is CJD 2006. And peace out and take care and much love.